Did you know over 60% of first-time clients do not return for a second visit? That is so painful, but it doesn't have to be that way. That's where Maya comes in. Maya is the ultimate marketing software for the beauty and wellness industry. We have a proprietary funnel utilizing special algorithms to help connect the right consumers with the right providers at your business. This means that Maya helps you get higher spending clients you love to work with who stay the long haul. If you want to increase your revenue, increase your client count, increase your average ticket, and increase your new client retention, then you need Maya. Go to joinmaya.com to set up your own personal virtual tour and see why over 500,000 consumers have trusted Maya and the businesses we work with to find their perfect beauty and wellness pro. We promise you will love Maya.
Thank you for joining me. This is Kati Whitledge with the Beyond the Technique podcast. We are back for a short episode today, and today we're talking about the power of suggestion. This is specifically going to be geared toward the power of suggestion that will help you with your marketing. But first, I have to yawn. If you ever yawn just because someone else did? Oh, I tricked you because studies show that up to 60% of people will yawn just from the power of suggestion. Suggestion isn't psychology, isn't just psychology, it's marketing gold. For you as a salon owner, this is going to help suggest and shape how clients book, buy, and return to your salon. So, what is suggestion? Suggestion is influencing thoughts or actions without direct command. So, just me saying, "Oh, I gotta yawn," and doing it. Ugh. Yawning. That, for over 50% of you listening, you're yawning. Maybe. Are you? How wild is that? That's the power of suggestion. So everyday examples are the yawning. And even if, let's say you're at a restaurant and you see somebody else order dessert, you might order dessert. Remember those restaurants where they used to have like a pretend dessert tray where the desserts are on it, but they're all like the fake looking for, I don't even know, or they're old. I don't know how they pull that off. Maybe they're real. But just seeing it makes you want to have it. Hearing something, like if you heard somebody say, imagine how refreshed you'll feel if you taste this or if you do this. And how this works is psychological mechanisms such as priming and conditioning, which is really just exposure to something that influences you later on. The mere exposure effect is where you see or hear, or there's some sense, touch, feel, experience something over and over and over. The exposure to it makes it feel familiar, and you're more likely to buy and trust or like this thing. If any of you have ever had, let's say you have an allergy, have you ever gotten exposure therapy where you go and get a little bit of the thing you're allergic to, and eventually it doesn't have a negative effect on you any longer? That's exposure therapy. Well, being exposed to seeing or hearing the same messages or suggestions in this case over and over are going to influence you to eventually buy or take action on that. Seeing social proof. So seeing other people behave a certain way that seems like, ooh, that's desirable. That suggestion of just seeing them do something and you like it is going to influence you. All of this comes down to influence. Suggestion influences your thoughts or actions without direct command. And a big part of this is your mirror neurons. That's mimicking. We unconsciously, or as I like to say, subconsciously or non-consciously mimic what we see or hear. Have you ever hung out with a crowd and all of a sudden you talk like them. I'm going to just bring up my Gen Zs because I love them so much. And all of a sudden, currently, somebody will say something and the response will be like, valid, valid. Okay. How funny is that? Like, depending on the crowd you hang around, it'll start affecting the way you talk. You'll have the same type of lingo. And it is funny. I'll get in a room with what it feels like I'm at a board meeting for a local bank. All the people in the Zoom are very, I don't know, they look like bankers, let's just say. And I'll be the one in there that will not look or sound like any of them. And they'll be like, "How are you doing?" And I'll be like, "Oh, I just attended this event. It was fire." And they're like, "Oh, wow." Like, it is so different. And I'm probably closer to their age than the people that I'm getting this from. But I love them and it has an effect on me. And I don't mind the effect because I choose who I hang out with. You are who you hang out with. Make the right choices, have fun, and be around good people. Okay, but this is the power of suggestion. Suggestion is really just about influence. You can utilize this to your advantage. Let me just tell you how powerful it is. There's some stats I want to share today. 88% of consumers trust recommendations, aka suggestions from friends and family. Word of mouth in general drives up to 50% of purchases. It's very powerful, the power of suggestion. 75% of people look for reviews before they buy. What do other people have to say about this? They want to hear that feedback. They want to hear what people suggest about this brand or this business or this restaurant or this location or this. Even right now, we're kind of in the midst of fall. What about this pumpkin patch? Should I make this 2-hour drive to go to this epic place I've heard about? Reviews are huge. People remember 80% of what they see or do compared to much less of what they hear. So suggesting things visually or kinesthetically. So that's why there's so much power to having a hair salon. The consumer is in your business. You're in front of them. Uh, this isn't by chance. I mean, this is by appointment, right? So like you have such an opportunity to make suggestions right when they're in your chair prior to them getting to the chair, or let's talk existing clients and you have a new campaign. We're coming up on the holidays. So maybe you're going to run a gift card campaign, maybe a Black Friday campaign. And there's this thing called the rule of seven. And what it means is most buyers need 7 exposures before they buy. So start your holiday marketing, AKA communicating a suggestive idea. Suggest that they buy gift cards or get in on this special holiday, deal that you have going on. Start it now and make sure you continue to tell them about it over and over again. Let me just tie this back to like action items for you because suggestion's powerful and your salon needs to build up your reviews. If I go and look at a business and I'm really contemplating spending a significant amount of money, maybe let's say it's hair extensions and I'm willing to spend up to $5,000 on my hair. And this actually happens because Maya works with salons that charge an upwards of $5,000 for hair extensions. If I go and look and you don't have hair extension reviews that are pretty recent, and I'm from a consumer perspective within weeks, I feel a little bit like, is this even something you actually do like a lot or regularly or like known for? Or is this something you want me to think you're known for? Reviews play a huge impact and role in consumers deciding what they think about you. It suggests a lot. So make that a big, big part of your marketing plan is focusing on reviews. Also, getting photos, showing images, videos, life within the salon, showing people in your salon, the fact that you work with many guests. That is really, really important. Even testimonials, client testimonials, stylist testimonials when it comes to recruiting more people to join your team. These will plant seeds and will continue. If you continue to water these, they will continue to grow and grow and grow. It'll be like you'll reap many fruits of that labor if these are areas of focus. Um, how can suggestions be made? You have the power of the in person at your business. So, literally saying to a client in your chair something along the lines like, may I suggest that we do a treatment today with your haircut? In fact, most of my clients receive this particular treatment with this service that you're getting today. That is power right there, suggesting. You're not commanding them to get it, you're suggesting it, but it's the way you suggest it that's really powerful. Showing them the proof, showing them visuals of here's what this is somebody similar to you, and here's how it went for them after they work with me. There are other sensory cues you can use to your advantage for in person experiences. Smells are huge. If I want people to leave with hair care and take it home with them, wouldn't it make sense that I have them smell and say, oh, check this out? Like, it's everybody loves this. What do you think of the smell? Because, like, this is like literally a fan favorite. Um, Ambiance that suggests relaxation or luxury. If you're charging $5,000 for hair extensions, but I'm coming into a very sketch or old school setting, I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, am I being duped right now? Am I being like, is this for real? There's a certain expectation tied to the word luxury. What is this going to look like? How is it going to feel when I'm here? Frequency matters. I think one of our biggest mistakes when we're suggesting through marketing is that we say the message one time and then we go on to the next message. So in the course of a month, we're sending out how many different messages to our clients. We have this going on and that going on, and here's who's new to the team, and here's a new service that we're offering, and here's a special on products. I'm never going to remember that. But if you say, buy 3, get 1 free now through the end of next month, and that is the one message you say 100 times, now that holds a lot more weight, and I'm going to remember it. I'm going to be excited about it. And by the way, if it's easy for me, it's going to be easy for the team to remember and sell. And we need to make sure that any campaign that we're running is easy to understand for the people who go and sell it. So the team comes first. Are they going to back it? Are they going to be excited about it? Can they easily sell this and talk about it and suggest it? If the answer is yes, that becomes the campaign. It's a win, and the clients get to take advantage of it. You say the one message 100 times instead of 100 messages one time. So let's recap. Suggestion influences action. Frequency makes it stick. And you can weave suggestions into your in-person conversations on your social media. You can create YouTube videos. You can create emails. Say whatever message it is on every single platform. Run your campaigns for longer periods and keep the suggestions going over and over, because the frequency and how many times I see that same thing is going to impact if I actually come and eventually buy from you. Where in your client buying process do you need to add more suggestion? How can you influence them? How will you shift your marketing, having learned the power of suggestion and the psychology behind it? I hope that this has inspired you to make one little tweak to your marketing as we're coming into the holiday season. And I hope you found value in today. If you did, please take a moment, my friends, and leave a 5-star review wherever you're listening. We want more people like you to discover Beyond the Technique, because we work really hard to make a difference in your business. We want to bring you the support that you need to grow. And by the way, let the marketing continue. If you want to buy a copy of my book, if you're watching today's show, I'm holding it up. It's called From First Date to Forever, How to Market Like a Matchmaker. So I make understanding the customer buying journey very, very easy to understand, because it mimics our desire for love, falling in love, dating, being in a committed relationship. The whole thing makes perfect sense. It's simplified. And if you don't know how to say something simple, you don't know it well enough. Well, marketing is something I love and know very, very well. So I wrote this book for you. It's everything you need, nothing you don't. There's tons of visuals inside. You can copy and use everything and apply it to your business. So I'd love to get you a copy. If you go to the link in our show notes, I actually sign a copy for you and send it out. If you want to go on Amazon, it'll be there for you quicker as well. But if you want a signed copy, use the link in our show notes. So I love you guys. Have an awesome day. Stay strong. Until next time, I'll see you soon.